As Obi-Wan just said, hello there. Howdy, everyone. Frank, KG6NLW here, and welcome to the monthly Q&A AMA. Today, I got Jeff. Hey, I pointed the right way. K3JRG. How you
Good
doing,
evening.
Jeff?
I'm doing okay despite other things.
I know that feeling. So, the point of this live stream is... Oh, wait. I don't even have the right background up. Let me fix that. There we go. That's better. As I freeze. Okay. The point of this live stream is you guys in the chat get to ask us anything you want. For Jeff, keep it ham radio related because I don't know how much Jeff wants to spill the tea on stuff. For me, it can be anything: ham radio, railroad, photography, video, you name it. You ask it, let me know.
Yeah, I
And
could say
we're
you could ask me anything if I don't know what
okay.
I'm talking know what anything about that subject. I'll just say like pass or no comment or whatever.
That works for me. So feel free to ask any chats. Feel free chat to ask anything you guys want, and stick around because in 36 minutes I'm gonna have the Corky giveaway for making the magic 500 and 500 mark on my subs. I'm currently at 517, so I'm getting there, and as promised, I have a quirky giveaway from Quirky QRP James Hannibal down there in the Central Valley of California, where he's currently roasting because it's 110 or so out there tonight. All right, let's see here, Freddie. First question: what was your age when you got your ham radio license? Jeff, I'll let you go first.
I was 45. hmm
That's a pretty easy answer
Actually,
there.
actually 44 is before my birthday.
There you go. I was 12. Hold on, I actually have to think about this now. I'm to that point. Yeah, I was 12 when I first got into it, and I think right there on the border 12, 13 when I officially got it. So we'll call it 12. So there you go. Let's see here. I want to say a special shout out to Rob. Good evening to you. Good to see you there in the chat tonight. He is the one that got me put on to the two gals that I had the pre-recorded video, Tuche and Mirzuki, for the field day first timers from Turkey. So
Cool.
very cool to have him in the chat here. Let's see. Freddie says, "Yeah, I was just a kid, and oh, Jeff, that was only 8 months ago."
No.
No, no, okay.
2015.
Okay, so there
Do
you
the
go,
math.
Freddie.
It don't look like it, but I got good genes.
Yeah, it must there must be some Italian or German or something in you, because
Well,
no?
Germanic, I'll say, not German.
Okay. Oh, here's a good question. It comes from TK0130 Gray. That's my brother, by the way. Uh, so hi, brother. Jeff over here is about as big as a Star Wars nerd as you are, if not
hmm
bigger. Because Jeff, you were probably there for at least one of the original premieres.
I was there
No?
for the original premiere.
There you go. By the way, my brother's name is Tim, like Gray Man Poda. Timmy,
Cool.
but we don't call him
Timmy.
Tim. Yeah, we don't call him Timmy anymore. Just like I'm not Frankie anymore. I'm Frank and he's Tim. So there you go. There you go, Tim. So in honor of Jeff being my guest today, I thought very Star Wars esque would be fantastic.
Cool.
Oh, let's see here. Paul says he was at all the premieres. He was 10. So there you go.
Then he's older than me if he was 10 in 1977.
That sounds about right. Rob says 1985 for his license. So that's not too bad. Let's see here. Chris, Radio in Life, he was 44 when he got his license. So, guys, bring on the questions. Let's hear them. Ask anything you want. Bring it on. That's what we're here for today.
hmm hmm Got any of them French fried taters? Mm.
Let's see. right now, this is how I feel about the chat.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Opinions on the Acolyte. It's
I
not
haven't seen.
bad. I've watched it. I am, like I said, I'm a well, like you said, I'm a diehard Star Wars fan, and I've watched them all except for like the little kid shows and little cartoons like on Disney Channel. But the animated series, yes, I've watched, but not the little kids cartoons. I'm waiting to see where it goes. I usually will wait it out for an opinion until the very last episode, but I'm always disappointed when the episodes are too darn short.
That's short episodes are never any fun. Rob, we'll get to your question in just a second. My brother says, "Oh, come on." Highlight the right comment. He's mixed on it. So there you go. I have yet to see it myself, so I know I'm gonna get it later from both of you for that one, but that's okay.
Well, when you
Uh,
watch it, you'll be able to go through it. You'll be able to binge it straight through
yeah, that's true.
relatively. You won't have to wait a week for the next episode.
That's when they come out with shows like that, that's what I try and do is I try and sit there and wait for all the episodes to come out, and then I just sit there and binge watch it. Rob wants to know if I've read anything about the Rotuma DXpedition. Is that the one that Merzuke is going to be on, Rob? Because I heard about that, if that's the same one. So lots of fun there. Let's see here. Man, chat's firing off tonight.
Yeah.
Chris Radio and Life. Question: 100-watt radio or 20 and under? Perfect question, because for me personally, 100 watts or go home. That way I can crank it down to 5 watts if I need to or want to, but 100-watt radio or go home. Jeff?
It depends on the situation. If you're at home, that's cool to have 100 watts. I did start with the 100-watt radio when I did Parks on the Air, when I first started with that. And it works, but I live in a townhouse, so I go up 3 flights of stairs, and I keep my stuff near me to be protected by what I protect my stuff with. And carrying it up and down 3 flights of stairs every time I want to go out does get old after a while. But it depends on what you want to do. If you deal with that, that's cool. Nothing wrong with the 100-watt radios, 20-watt radios. Currently, I'm working with the 20-watt radio max at 5 watts.
So there you go. And Mike agrees with you. 20 is fine for portable, but can be a little more challenging from home. Absolutely, Mike. Let's see here. Mike also says the Acolyte has gotten better. In his honest opinion, there's a few episodes that should have been cut or combined.
With the time that they've allowed for episodes, the length of them, they could have combined some of them. But when a series first starts out, there has to be, you got to start with getting to the story. So there's a little bit of, sometimes there's episodes that have to be the background. Sometimes it's a whole episode, sometimes it's part of an episode. So you got to have that background, the history of what's going on to understand what's going on with the quote unquote present with the character, in the present with the characters.
Absolutely.
Like I said, I wait till the whole thing is done and then give an opinion.
That's the smart way to do it. So, question for Jeff: do you still have your Yaesu FTDX10? And Freddie says he's loving his.
Yes, I do still have mine. I'm not getting rid of it. I may not be using it, so it's kind of in storage right now, but I don't have it set up at home just because I have too much RFI around me to really do anything with it.
Okay, and then let's see. Rob answered me. Yeah, a remote inbox DXpedition with your remote operator. So that sounds like what Merzuki was on or is going to be on. So absolutely fantastic. Roy has a good question. Tips for hot weather POTAs. I know you get all the humidity up where you're at, so I'll let you go first because for me it's just a dry heat.
Yeah, the humidity stinks. Being here on the East Coast, Mid-Atlantic states, it does get humid during the summer. The best time I could say to do, well, my tips would be to either do it early in the day if you can, do it in the shade. Definitely park your car, or if you could do it from your car, do it park in the shade. If you could walk somewhere and set up portable on like on a picnic bench, do that in the shade. Fans. I need to test out a like a misting fan that I got to see how well that works. Or go out in the evenings when it's dark at least. Still might be hot and humid, but you won't have direct sunlight though. So
I gotta back up everything Jeff said because that's true out here too. Find the shade, go out when it's cool, take lots of water with you. That's another thing. Take lots of water with you.
drink lots of water.
Oh yeah,
Definitely ice
you
cold
have the
water.
blue one, I have the pink one.
Cool.
Let's see. Man, these guys are just firing off tonight. All right. Yeah, Mirzuki, Tuche, and Rob's son Justin. Very cool. Awesome. Let's see here. Mike and Freddie are conspiracizing here. They got you on a live stream. No, you got yourself on a live stream.
Yeah. It's called speaking up.
Exactly. And they had equal chance too. I put it in our Discord. They had equal chance too. Following up to the weather, Poda, Roy says he activated today in about 92 degrees. It's going to get hotter. How does it feel to be that cool? It's 108 here today. Now, granted, the humidity is like nothing. So
humidity is different. It all really depends on the humidity. You have a high humidity, it's gonna feel, I guess, the air kind of thick. You could feel the air on you. But if it's low
yeah,
humidity, I mean, it's hot. I mean, things are gonna be hot on the ground and everything, but you're not gonna have that thickness in the air.
absolutely. And we got Greg in here saying that Poda's killing ham radio. No, it's not, Greg. I know you're
Greg's
joking, but no, you're not.
Greg's a big joker.
He is, and now he's back to work. Fantastic. Let's see
Of course
here.
he is.
There. My brother says 2 filler episodes out of 8 total. Not bad. Okay.
Like I said, you have to have some background. So it took a while to get to the fighting and everything, I'll say, but it was pretty decent. And there's one YouTube channel that I watch that goes over the episodes, and I kind of take a lot of stuff. They do say a lot of things, and they kind of break down the episode, but some of the stuff they might allude to, theorize about, and I stay away from that because they kind of talk a lot of BS sometimes. But that's me. I like to watch some of those kind of types of videos.
Absolutely. And I see Corky QRP's up in the chat. I'm going to drop the link to his Etsy shop. Hi, James. The giveaway, James, will be in about 30 or so minutes. So stick around if you can. I know you're busy with the family right now. So thanks for dropping by if you could. Let's see here. Freddie says he's super stoked you're on a live stream. What are your POTA goals this year?
Being ultra portable, which entails me basically going on a boat halfway across the Delaware River and activating on Pea Patch Island, which houses Fort Delaware State Park.
That sounds like a fun challenge. For me,
go ahead. A lot of people will activate from the parking lot, which has been determined is owned by the state or maintained by the state, that is. So that's fair game, but that's no fun. You got to get to the park and do that. There's also another park, 2 parks down in Virginia. One is a National Wildlife Refuge, which you could drive into and park. The other one is south of that, and there's no driving into. So that's like a 2 or 3 mile hike. And if anyone knows about parks on the air in Virginia, they've stated that if you're going to a National Wildlife Refuge in Virginia, you cannot be setting up huge stuff in the parking lot. Can't be sticking anything in trees. You can't be sticking anything in the ground. So it kind of goes along the lines of leave no trace. So why would you throw something in the tree where it could get stuck, or dig a hole in the ground? Although it'd be about the width of your finger maybe, but still.
So you can't
Um,
pull Mike, Kate, MRD, and just lean a pole in a tree?
um, I will take that as a no. I'll take it to the letter as it says, nothing in trees. That means leaning something against a tree. I wouldn't want to jeopardize the accessibility of all Virginia National Wildlife Refuges
Or possibly the whole
for the
POTA
program.
program even.
Yeah, don't be that one person that says, "Oh, I'll just go stick it against a tree." And then you have whatever they're called, National Park Ranger or whatever they are, come by and says you can't have that in there, and they says you're out
Right.
of here. That means every other POTA activator that will want to go to Virginia and activate a national wildlife refuge there is also out of luck. So, best thing to do is be very conservative with what you do. Be safe about it. Don't be stupid, and you should be good.
Absolutely. And for me, my POTA goals, try and get out and get some more parks in. I was actually going to be, well, I would have had to come into town today for this live stream, but I was actually hoping to be in a park today, but that didn't quite work out for me. So both, uh, yeah, it just didn't work out for me. But my POTA goal, get out to more parks this year. Let's
Always.
see. Absolutely. So my brother found his new best friend, obviously, because he's coming with the hard-hitting Star Wars questions. Do you watch Star Wars Theory?
I did, meaning past tense. I started watching when the new sequel trilogies came out, and a lot of his theories were completely off the freaking mark. I'm like, how much crack are you smoking up there in Canada, dude? But I watched them and I kind of gave it as like, okay, theories, you're making up stuff based upon what you're seeing and what we're seeing. But something happened, I can't remember what it was, and he kind of ticked me off for some reason. I just stopped watching him.
Tim, I will tell you if you haven't, because I've tried showing my brother some of everyone else's YouTube channels, but I don't know how many he's actually watched. Jeff is a very honest, very blunt, and forthwith person. Jeff doesn't BS things, so there you go. Let's see here. Lee and Rob are talking about operating in the truck with the heater or AC running, depending upon the time of year for POTA. That's absolutely fantastic. Let's see here.
Now that
James says,
depends. That depends. I mean, I tried to do that, and all I got was noise coming out of the radio with the engine running.
yeah, there is always an issue there, but that's why you got to ground everything. Unlike, well, unless you're Mike K at MRD, where you don't have to ground anything. He's lucky with that. Let's see here. James says, if I strap an ultralight QRP rig to a drone and remove remote control the QRP rig via Meshtastic or Wi-Fi with a beam antenna, then fly it over a park while I sit in my shack, does that count as POTA? You're funny, James. If we could do that, Jeff and I would just sit in our respective houses and activate our local POTA parks, no problem.
Yeah, I'm not too far from a few parks, so but you have to have your bodies physically in the park along with all your equipment.
From the house, it is no more than a 10-minute drive up and over a hill that crests out at like 1,300 feet, and that's a hill for us. Yeah, I know you're going 1,300 feet. That's a darn mountain. No, that's a hill for us. This, this guy right here will tell you that's a hill for us. Anyway, just 10-minute drive, and we're in the park. Basically, it's Yorty Creek Wildlife Area. I got it put into the park. Speaking of this guy. Good afternoon, Adam. Good to see you in the chat. And I see Iman in the chat, MI7DJT as well. And Mitch is in here. And Chris, I'm confused by this one. I'm not I'm not sure what you mean by that one. Let's see here. Yeah, Paul. Adam would, or no, James would ask that. Maybe Adam too.
James did ask something similar.
Oh, James did? Okay.
Yeah, the next comment.
Oh,
No, a body part or some of your DNA on the drone does not count. You have to have your entire physical body in the park with your
yeah.
equipment.
And we both know James is just having fun here.
Yeah, I know.
Jody, I will have to check that after chat, after live stream, and before I hop into Simon's back room, because if I open that now, we're gonna have to repeat a CQ chit chat from last week, and I'm not trying to do that. So, wow, we're already 22 minutes in, well, 20 minutes in because of 2-minute intro. Folks, drop your questions. Bring your questions for both of us. That's what we're here for today. Let's see here. Chris says, "Oh, how blunt Jeff can be. Look above and remember your comment."
I'm not exactly sure what that means.
Oh, have you been on a live stream with Chris before? Maybe that's related
I
to.
think so. Oh yeah, with Ben K0BJJ.
Okay, so there you go. So come on, guys, bring some questions in. Let me just. We're gonna. Why is this not wanting to play? Well,
Yeah.
that's supposed to be the Emperor going, "Do it."
Do it. Do it. You know, I cannot find that animated GIF anywhere. And like
It's been there. I don't know where it could have gone.
in Discord and something else that has animated GIFs.
I'll have to look later. Let's see here. So
There
Ryan
we go.
asks, "What's your favorite mode?"
I will have to say it's SSB. I did mess around with digital for a little while doing FT8, but I was using a Raspberry Pi, and it's not the fact that it's bad software, but KM4ACK's Build-A-Pi had issues running on the Raspberry Pi OS after it was initially developed. I had to basically nuke and pave it every few months or so because there would be something going wrong with that and the operating system. So I kind of just gave up on it after like the second time I had to do it.
Oh, he has updated it to 73 Linux now, so it's a little
Yeah, I
better.
still haven't gone around to do it because he's supposed to update it completely from scratch. So
Supposedly. So
supposedly, but I don't use it. And if I'm going to use anything, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to use that IFTX app for iOS, see how that works, but I haven't gone
yeah,
around doing that yet.
I have that downloaded and I have yet to try it myself. As far as me, I got to go with SSB when I'm out doing POTA. When I'm at home, unless I'm hunting POTA, FT8 for me because I can just, like TO, Steve, KM9G, I can sit there and I can be downstairs cooking dinner or whatever, and I can just play FT8 while I'm cooking dinner, no problem. I don't have to be at the mic or, not at the radio to do anything. So, they each have their pros and cons to them. Absolutely. Let's see here. Adam just finished his build of the QMX using the AI6XG mod for 10 through 40 coverage. Is this the ultimate SOTA radio now? Adam, you're the SOTA goat. You tell us. That's how I'm going to answer that one. That's there. Hollywood has a good question. Balance line or coax?
Well, normally
Coax.
I've been using Hamstick with a tri-mag mount on top of my SUV.
So
So
that goes to coax.
that has a built-in coax line. So yeah, the coax.
Yeah, I would go with coax as well. I want to try balance line one day, but I just don't have the room or the time right now to do it. Let's see here. Highlight the right thing. Most digital mode software looks like it was designed by an accountant. Absolutely, Amon. Absolutely. I like JTDX a little better than WSJTX because it's a little more slicker, but yeah, it definitely has that clunkiness to it for sure. Let's see here. Rob says Merzuki and Tuche will be joining him on the remote next weekend for the IARU HF Championship. Rob, what call sign are you going to be using? The YLR call sign again? If so, let me know. Let's see here. John wants to know, will you be on the air this weekend? He'd like to catch you sometime.
I might be. I have a few things I'm doing that I have to get done this weekend before sometime on Sunday. So we shall see. I can't guarantee it, but all I can say is if you're using Ham Alert, make sure you put me in there.
There you go. Adam says balance line versus coax, the ubiquitous it depends applies here. Absolutely, Adam. It always depends. So as we get ready here, since we're already 27.5 minutes in, Jeff gave me a keyword for the giveaway that will happen in about 12 minutes or so here, as long as my brain keeps itself on track here. I want you guys to try and guess it randomly. We'll have fun trying to figure that one out. And Rob says VA3YLR. So guys, put VA3YLR in your ham alerts to possibly get Rob, Merzuke, or Tuche for the IARU HF Championship next weekend. You'll get either Rob, who's a Canadian, obviously, or two Turkish remote YLs coming in. So absolutely fantastic. And they took first place in Canada for the category last year. So that tells you something.
Good day, eh?
What?
Good day, eh?
Oh yeah. Good morning, Rolly. How you doing? Good to see you in the chat there. Let's see here. Oh, Ryan's already trying. He's good. Ceiling Bird, not quite that good. Let's see here.
I don't
Jody
think
asked,
anyone would guess it.
I don't think so. I already actually, I'm going to hit the start collecting comments. We'll see what happens. I don't think anyone will guess it though. Jody, how much will Frank be spending on a VHF amplifier, and will it be Italian? Okay, so this goes to last night, and Jeff, I don't remember if you were in the live stream last night or if you happened to watch it yet or not. There's one repeater that if I'm not careful, I have issues getting into. And last night, because the main transmitter site was down, I was having to use the backlink to the backlink to get into the repeater, and even that was scratchy. So, and my nickname out here, I'm sure there's someone in the chat that knows me locally. I'm known as Scratchy Frank because my audio, the audio's there, the signal's just super scratchy. So, yeah, a VHF amplifier might might eh, might help. I don't know. It's a little hard to have it help me. It'll help me get out, no problem. It's hearing the repeater that would be the problem. Let's see here. Freddie, nice try on that guess, Freddie. Not gonna happen. Let's see. Iman, no, but that's a good guess. That's a good guess.
Hey, he's coming home
Now,
this
now,
weekend.
now, John, we all know Jeff. That's too easy. That is too easy, right, Jeff?
Yep. And
Yeah,
it's nothing related to anything you've seen in any of my videos or have ever mentioned before. Never mentioned anything about this at all. And once it goes, we do it all and everything. I'll explain where it comes from.
good idea. I was just going to suggest that. Let's see. Ryan says super secret backlink. Yes. So I have an IRLP link locally that goes to another IRLP link that goes out to a repeater in the Sacramento Valley that then connects into the system. So it's a super secret backlink that most aren't able to use, but because I host the net on YouTube, I can use it. Paul's trying, Sith Lord. So guys, bring on the questions. Let's see what other questions. I know you guys are trying to guess too, but bring on the questions because
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
with how little the questions have been. I mean, they've been great when they've been, but let's bring it on. Oh, Paul has it right. No, he doesn't have to write keyword. I'll let me rephrase that. He does not have to write keyword, but he has it right. Definitely Sith Lord background.
Yeah, it's just because the fact that it, although I do like red, it's just those lights are normally red for at night. So
There you go. So Ryan asks, "What's your favorite park?"
I don't think I have a favorite one. I mean, the closest one that to me is a trail, and it's along a major roadway, and next to it is the memorial for Cooch's Bridge. The Battle of Cooch's Bridge, which was the only battle fought in Delaware during the Revolutionary War, and they used that road twice for that battle, and then for the march for the Washington Rochambeau march from New York to Virginia, and it's the Washington Rochambeau Revolutionary Route National Historic Trail. That's the trail that I like. That's the closest one to me. I can't say it's my favorite because there's noise there, electrical noise there.
That's a mouthful of a park to say.
Yeah, it is. Try saying that 5 times fast. But being here in northern
Correct me.
Delaware, there's a lot of different park entities near me. Some about 10 to 15 minutes away, some about 30 minutes. Pennsylvania, Maryland, easy to get to. New Jersey, I don't cross the Delaware River. So I don't think I really have a favorite. They're just ones that I like to go to, either because one, there's cell signal, or two, that there's shade, and or it's just a cool park altogether. But I
And a
really don't
fun
think I have a favorite.
and a fun side fact here with that, General George Washington is my 8th great uncle on my mom's side.
Your mom's side. Cool. That's
Yeah.
very cool.
So let's see here. Catching up with chat here. Jody says deciphering Jeff's keyword psychology will apparently open the door to figuring out his entire password generation methodology. No.
Although the keyword was part in some way to one of my passwords that I had to, well, not really that I had to know, but one of my major passwords that I needed, but no longer is. So
There you go. So Iman asks, have either of you chosen the residence due to its radio friendliness or antenna possibilities? I'll take this one first. No. I I just go with what I can get, and I've been thankful over the years to have enough real estate. It's not a whole lot of real estate, but it's enough real estate to have 140 feet of wire stretched out. Yeah, a 10 through 80 end-fed half wave. About 140 feet stretched out on about 20 feet up. So absolutely. I haven't chosen the residence, but if I were to do everything again, I would get a nice big plot of land in the middle of nowhere and run everything on 12 volt. Jeff?
I bought this townhouse before I was licensed, so no. But I do want to get the heck out of here and get a single family home with some land on it, so I can put up, let's see, a tower, or run some antennas and trees, depending on the location and availability of the surroundings.
There you go. Let's hear it. Mike asks, has Jeff done soda?
There are no soda summits in the state of Delaware. The highest point in Delaware is just North Wilmington, before the state line with PA, and that's like 435 feet, I think it is. But no, I would have to go up to probably Maryland or PA to do soda. Have not done it yet. Not sure if I want to, but who knows? I might change my mind and want to do it sometime.
They need to make that one peak a soda peak just so Delaware has something.
I think soda, it has to be over 450 feet to be considered entry into the program, and it's under it by like X number of feet. I forget, but
they should make an exception for that, because of how low-lying Delaware is. Let's see here. Freddie says you're so lucky to be so near so many Revolutionary War history sites. Jeff really is for that one.
That's what I like about the parks on the East Coast, because majority of them are based upon historical events, that someone lived there, someone was born there, the area was used for a battlefield or some other kind of historical reference, or even a fort. I know down in Virginia, Maryland, there's a few forts. Well, Delaware has 2 forts, Fort DuPont, which I go to a lot, and Fort Delaware. And right across the river, basically it's a diagonal line of the 3 parks, is Fort Mott, M-O-T-T, over in New Jersey. So they were part
Very
of the harbor defense system during, well, really Revolutionary War through World War II.
very important part of the defense system. What's Obi-Wan's favorite band?
The High Ground. That's what, or the High
Uh,
Band,
the High Band. Yeah. Let's see.
or I
Going
would say
back
like
to your
the High Ground Band. High Ground. I like the High Ground Band better,
there you go, James.
or Higher Ground, like that Stevie Wonder song and cover by Red Hot Chili Peppers, When They Were Good.
Right. When they were good. So Jody, going back to the password bit in cryptography, that's called cribbing. Yeah. Let's see.
Well, I did say that it has nothing to do with anything you know about me. You do know about that I'm a Star Wars fan, so that rules out anything Star Wars.
And you love POTA, so that also
And
rules out
POTA,
that.
Marvel. I think people know I do like Marvel. I've put a few Marvel stuff in my videos and shirts and hats and stuff like that. So I think I have some Marvel hats. I don't think I do. Maybe I don't.
So Tim, since I'm sure my brother's still watching, Tim, Jeff here, he's the one. All the guys in chat already know this, but I tried to show you, but I don't think you paid attention. Jeff's the one that puts this in all his videos.
Roger, Roger.
You heard that, Jeff?
Yeah, that's the only thing I think of when I hear when amateur radios say Roger, Roger, because it's that connection, that mental connection in my head that I have.
Right. So Jeff has a clip, and he'll place it randomly depending upon what happens. Absolutely. I laugh every time you have it in there. Ryan's house shopping for a quiet place, maybe in a year or two. Absolutely.
Good luck.
Yeah, especially these days. Let's hear. You're welcome, Iman. Glad we could get the answered. Ryan says no soda in Louisiana either. Freddie's over here joking. If your dog runs away in Delaware 2 days later, you can still see him running.
No, it
Too
doesn't
many
work like
buildings in the
that.
way.
There's too much land.
Oh, let's see here. Roger's finally in chat. Good evening, Roger.
Hey, Roger.
That's there. 150 meters of prominence is required for soda. The nearest soda, Delaware, are in PA near Reading, Lebanon, and York.
Reading.
Yeah.
Reading.
Reading is Redding.
So
that's Reading.
Then you go into Newark and Newark, New Jersey, and Newark, Delaware.
And then there's Newark, California, spelled the same way.
There's one in Maryland. I drive by that when I go down to Virginia. Yeah, that southeastern PA does have some soda summits. I don't know what 150 meters is in feet. I know it's called Albright Azimuth, I think, is the highest point in Delaware. It's like northern part of the state. It's like 415, 430 feet or something like that, and the requirement's 450 feet for soda. I'm not sure what that is in meters. I'm sure Adam's right. I just don't know what it is, the conversion.
If I'm doing the conversion right, that's about 490 feet. 150 meters is 490 feet.
Something like that.
So,
hey, I use the imperial units, so freedom units.
yeah, I'm used to meters, kilometers, centimeters, millimeters. So Doc says froze. I don't know what you mean by that.
Maybe he
froze.
I
froze?
He did, you did, someone did. I don't know.
Let's see. So I cheat. This is one thing I do. I cheat. I have myself in my, some people notice in my left ear, I have an earbud in and I watch myself and listen to myself. So I hear us about 30 seconds delayed. So I know everything's still working right.
I can't do that because it'll bug me. I have something in my ear. It'd be bugging me. It's like the delay. I can't.
I have it just low enough. So it's like a little whisper in my ear, just enough that it's there.
Hi there. Can you hear me now? Talking to you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Even like that.
Yeah, pretty much like that.
I don't think I can deal with.
So let's hear. Mr. G asks, question, if somebody is new like myself and wants to collect QSO cards, are QSO cards still being collected? All right, I think I dropped this in the Discord when you asked there, but I'll answer here as well. And Jeff can easily give his opinion too. I send out QSL cards when I can. I have to go get more stamps in the next 10 days before they up the prices again on Forever Stamps on the 14th. But stamps are the biggest issue. That's one reason why a lot of people, I think, don't do them anymore. Jeff?
People still do them. I know that. I've been thinking about redoing mine. I got like 2,000 cards because the first batch was kind of misprinted. Oh, Frank's gone. It was misprinted because there was a misprint on them, color bleed. So they basically ran the batch again and sent them to me. So I have like 2,000 cards, but there's no way hell I'm going to use all those. And I should have not even gotten 1,000 to begin with. I should have gotten like 200 maybe at most. But I really want to redo the design.
Y'all just can't see behind the green screen. That's the problem. That's why I disappeared for a second. This is my stack of QSL cards I have to respond to. Let's see.
It's amazing. I don't get that many QSL cards sent to me. I have to send them out. I'll send it out for certain people. It's completely random when I do it. Usually they'll say on their when I'm doing my video and I'm looking up their information, just make sure I got their name correct and map them.
Right.
If it says they do QSL cards, then I'll probably send them one. But
So
no one usually
stack,
sends them directly to me.
this stack, I don't think I can get the other camera on, but on my rotary mat here, it's 1.5 inches thick. So that's 1.5 inches of QSL cards, and you guys know how thin QSL cards can be. That's a lot of QSL cards I got to respond to. So there you go, Mr. G. Yes, people still do them, but sometimes you got to send before you get one back. That's how it is. Let's see here. Ryan says yes, he sends QSL cards to people if he gets one. Let's see here. Adam and Paul are talking about the prominence for soda still. Hollywood says metric all the way, Frank. That's what engineers use. It irritates me at work when we have to use 80 feet, 60 feet, 30 feet. Just irritates me.
Do you know what irritates me?
What time? Oh,
Time.
yeah.
24-hour time. I had to work I worked for a company that for like 18 years, and they had to do 24-hour time because their operation was 24 hours. So to make things less confusing for the simple people that were employed there, they had to institute the 24-hour time because they would mess things up. So it really started with like my department, really, because we were one of the departments that were 24 hours at first. So they had to make sure that people knew when to do things per the 24-hour time. And that stuck with me. It makes more sense because, like, hey, I'll meet you at 6:30. Well, 6:30 in the morning, I'm gonna be sleeping, dude.
Right.
Oh, my alarm will wake me up, but I'm gonna be sleeping normally. But yeah, and it's like 8 p.m., 8 a.m. Which one? Because people won't say that all the time. They won't say a.m. or p.m. They might say in the morning or in the evening, but you still say like, meet me there at 18:30. Then you have a better idea. It's like, okay, that's in the afternoon.
Exactly.
Depending on your local time and everything, but I just think the 24-hour time makes more sense for a global, like amateur radio is in UTC, but it's 24-hour time still.
Right. So
because they have
right
to
now
know
it's
when UTC is. It's like it's 12 UTC. It's like, okay, 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. It's like we would
so
know that
right
it's 12
now
p.m.
right now it's 23:16 UTC
Yes, it is.
for me.
And it's still 23:16 UTC for me also. And
Yeah.
25 seconds, 26 seconds, 27 seconds.
But if we were to go for local time, it's 7:16 in the evening for Jeff and only 4:16 in the afternoon for me.
1916.
Yeah, see, exactly. And I should know better because I use. Yeah. I should definitely know better. Absolutely. Yeah.
I prefer 24-hour time.
So Adam's right. Going back to QSL cards for a second. self-addressed stamped envelopes absolutely help.
Yep, 100% agree. But I wouldn't send it out blindly to any of your contacts. I would visit their QRZ page and see if they do accept or do QSL cards.
No, absolutely. And Freddie, did I really blank out, or was it when I hit the BRB button? Because this is just a click of a button. That's just click of a button. I do that intentionally. Let's see.
As long as you
here.
don't black out from drinking.
Just water in this mug tonight. So Paul says his roof doesn't have a 150-meter prominence. Yeah, if it did, Paul, I would wonder what kind of house you live in. It would have to be a superstructure. Let's see, trying to catch up here. Steve says he doesn't know how he feels about QSL cards being sent via email. I like it and I don't at the same time.
It's kind of cool. I understand that. I've had a few sent to me, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. I don't have anything to send you back, but I'll send you a real one, dude. So,
what I love is I have mine all set up, ready to go for EQSL, and I'm trying to find one here because I know
EQSL is kind of funny because it's so. I'll say it's hokey. The site's old. It's out of date. It really needs to be updated. I like technology, so I see the stuff. I work for many internet providers and technology stuff and do all that stuff. But and it really should be very simple for me to make a digital QSL card since I have a graphic designer background.
Oh,
So-
absolutely, yeah. So I was trying to see if I had one here, but there was one point here I started getting paper QSLs for FT8 contacts. That one confuses me. And one thing I didn't even this tells you how backlogged my QSL cards are. I didn't even realize I have a QSL card from Tim Duffy himself. I worked him on 10/30/2022 at 23:39 UTC on 10 meters.
Do you know when you received it in the mail?
No, literally it just comes into a stack in my office here and it just sits there until I can sort it. So as far as the email ones go, they're nice. It saves paper. I'm not a tree hugger, but let's save some of the environment if we can for kids, grandkids, whatever. I mean, we're all doomed anyway. I'm not going to jump down that rabbit hole too far, but yeah, the email QSL cards are definitely nice. Evening, Doc Brad. Good to see you in the chat. Let's see here. Jody, we have 10 fingers. How did we end up with base 60 for time? That's a good question, Jody. Let's see here. Paul says, I say both. It is 1916 p.m. That's like saying ATM machine. M in ATM is machine.
Yeah, or PIN number.
Right.
PIN is personal identification number. So.
And Rob is absolutely correct. Time zones were invented by a Canadian of all people to deal with railway schedules across the continent. Because if a train leaves Washington, D.C. at 7:16 in the evening,
at 60 miles per hour,
that's not the same time as 7:16 in California.
Exactly.
Going to have a lot of issues there.
If you ever look at the time zone map and looking at specific countries, how they lined up, because with my current job, they got some people from Costa Rica working. I'm like, all right, they should be like in our time zone, and they're not. They're like in, I want to say they're 2 time zones over or 1 time zone over. But the way the map is drawn and how the borders are of the time zones is just weird. It makes 0 sense sometimes.
Folks,
like
I apologize. I apologize. We got really into this. I'm about 9 minutes late on this. You guys ready for this giveaway code? This is going to be fun. Banana fish bones.
Now, if anyone understands what that is, you let me know, but don't say what it is. Just say, I know what it is.
Well, while we wait for that to roll in, what's Yoda's favorite satellite to operate and what broadcast band does he prefer? Apparently, Green Cube and Shortwave are the answers. James is out here with the funny answers tonight. Let's see here. Emon got a QSL card from Andy Taylor, the Pi Star guy. Very cool.
He's not the guitar player from Duran Duran,
No.
the ex guitar player.
Let's hear Andy Cowley. Andy Cowley is in the chat. Good evening, Andy. Actually,
he
good
is.
morning. No, it's still evening for you. It's 20.
Yeah,
No, wait. No, hold on.
it's evening.
Andy is on the other side of the UTC day. So good morning, Andy. I had to think about that one for a second.
Yep. That's what messes
And,
me up with the UK.
Right. So tomorrow, Rob and crew are getting a new YL, Amelia, Yankee Oscar 8, Yankee Lima. Very cool.
Very nice.
Let's see. Oh yeah, Chris. I just yeah, no kid. You know, we all get very excited and interested in things, and I'm trying to catch up here as well. Okay, a lot of banana fish bones. Fantastic, and no one said they know what it is apparently. So let's see. Ryan, all his Star Wars jokes tonight. Yeah. James, don't quit your day job. Those are real. Let's see. Those are. Oh, that didn't work. I don't know why that's. That's what that is. Good for Cantina. Oh, maybe Paul has it. Let's see here. James says, "Why does Han Solo hate operating moon bounce? Because there's no moon. It's a space station."
That's no moon. It's a space station. But that was Ben Kenobi's line.
All right, let's see here. There's 19 of you and 30 of you watching, and I'm only going to YouTube tonight, so either 11 of you don't want this, or I didn't even say what it was.
Well, there's starting to be some guessing as to what it was. Prep Hand Paul said, other than the Cure song, I don't know the meaning. There's no meaning. Rob Noakes said a song by the Crew. No, not by the Crew. And VE5SAR Hemnetics.
That's Jody.
Is Jeff a fan of the Cure? All right.
Very telling.
Prep Hand Paul got it. He says, other than the Cure song, that's what it is. It's a Cure song from their 1984 album, The Top, released May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Imagine that coincidence. There you go. 1984. It was part of one of my encrypted passwords for one of my major things that I do.
So all 20 of you, and there's still 10 to go. This is for a quirky QRP. James, correct me. Mug? James, if you have it, drop it in the chat because you can do that. Unfortunately, if I bring it up, it will freeze my computer and the stream will wind up like last week, where I disappear for upwards of 30 seconds and then have to scramble to fix myself. So Mr. G's being funny. It's a fish that has a banana shape of a bone. Yes, absolutely.
I have no clue what the song means. I never really got into that song. It wasn't like one of their major songs. It's just one of the songs they have on the album. But it was a cool song, and I liked that. Like, who the hell's going to guess banana fish bones as a part of a password where the characters are all different and everything? No one's going to understand that. So,
right.
That's one kind of psychology thing there. One thing they say to do for passwords to make it like completely oblivious to anyone. Try to freaking understand. Try to decrypt that or break that password when they're like the A's are like an @ symbol, different lowercase, capital letters, different symbols for stuff, and zeros
the
for
best way to make
O's or
passwords.
whatever. Yeah. But there's no way I was
So
going to remember all the characters and which one was capital, which one was lowercase. So the ideal thing, people, use a password manager. I know like maybe 5 passwords at the most, and I have probably like well over 200 passwords for stuff. I have no clue
no,
what any of them are, except for the 5 major ones I need to know. One of those passwords is to get into my password manager. So
there
there
you
you go.
go. So James just dropped the link to what's being given away with this with that code right there.
What is being
And
given away?
feel free to click that link because
That's what I'm doing. Oh, that's
if
cool.
I do believe it's a mug, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the don't tread on my frequencies. I like that design. That was a really cool design.
And I saw
And
you're wearing his POTA shirt, which is
Yep.
absolutely fantastic.
I need to
You know,
order
I
some
should have worn
more.
one of my bro shirts today. By the way, James, remind me, I had a question come in that I need to ask you. Let's see here. Jody says, AI says the lyrics of the song are quite abstract and open to interpretation. That's saying something when AI won't even take a guess. And Paul says, unless someone names their 3 children Banana, Fish, and Bones. Yeah, absolutely. All right, I'm going to give this about 20 more seconds. There's 10 of you still that haven't entered. So if you want a quirky QRP mug, feel free to drop what you see right there in the chat. And let's see here. Hi, Arthur. Good to see you in the chat. Mike, it is. What's funny about it is James saw the bro, passed out, and woke up to it being on his screen. Funny how that one works. All right, it's been long enough. There's 21 of you. I'm hitting the draw button. Let's see who's going to win it today. Kyle, KC9 IMA. Congratulations, Kyle. Do me a favor, drop a comment in the chat if you're on QRZ, and I will get your info over to James so that he can send that out to you.
You are
And while
what?
we wait for that,
You are a what?
why do Wookiees hate what?
You are a what? You said I am a. You are what?
Oh, that's almost as bad as what James. Almost as bad as what James has here. Why do Wookiees hate ham radio contesting? Because hams won't let them win.
Then they'll rip their arms off then.
All right. Kyle says he's good on QRZ. Fantastic. So let me stop screen sharing. All
That's pretty
right.
cool.
And with that, folks, because yeah, Crazy Ham Jazz Simon starting right now. So go over to Ham Jazz's channel. Whoops, almost had a Freudian slip there. Tell him I sent you, and I might see you over there. Until then,
The time has come. Execute Order 66.
73, y'all.